Rockstar bitch just popped a perky, yerky, going berserky. Give me that sauce right now, I'm high. What's the MG? 130.
Yo, today you're here with the Gurus. You're on the Gurus Talk Ball podcast. We're going to be talking about a few topics leading up to the Premier League season. I'm RK. This is a new podcast. Make sure you show us all some love in the comments. Like, subscribe. You know the rest. And to my left, I have
BA, best ball knowledge on the table. Someone tell me different.
Billy ball knowledge.
Jackson.
the first topic we're going to be talking about is players that have a point to prove this season. The first player I think has to prove something this season is Gakpo. He came to Liverpool. They wasn't the greatest last season. It wasn't. But he didn't live up to expectations. Got a few goals here and there, but he wasn't what Liverpool needed after losing Mane.
No, certainly not.
Certainly.
Certainly not.
Him and
Still.
Nunes, they tried to change the whole front three now. Last one, Salah.
I see a lot of people talk about Nunes. Talk about he's this, he's that, he's going to do well. But I don't see anything other than Werner.
I think Nunes will be alright this season.
Getting in the... What? Why?
I think Nunes will do well.
Why?
From pre-season, he looked alright.
We're
Nunes,
not going to be here and use pre-season. It's only pre-season.
But even they saw glimpses of him last season though, and you can't see glimpses
You
of
can
him.
see glimpses. We saw glimpses of Werner.
Werner,
And he got shipped out.
I think if Werner stayed at Chelsea, would be good. I think if he stayed
But
last
this
season,
is
we would have
all
done well.
We're
That's
talking
crazy.
about players that have done it. He didn't do it last
He
season.
didn't do it. Cool.
Yeah,
Of
but
course.
we're looking at Nunes that came into a side that ain't playing as good as they were before anyways.
But
Yeah,
also a
okay.
Nunes who got the chances and didn't take them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good strikers that miss a lot and make a lot. You know what I'm saying?
But he didn't score a lot. It doesn't matter if he makes a lot, misses a lot. He didn't score a lot.
I
Nunes is
given
not that guy.
He was given the opportunities, but
Let
he's
Nunes
young
do
as
his
well
job.
though. Just because Harden excelled, I think that's taking
It's
it down a
nothing to
lot.
do with Haaland.
Harden
Haaland's
excelled.
levels above him.
Yeah,
There's
but I
nothing
think
to do
because
with Haaland.
people shit on Harry Kane season last season.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Harry
I
Kane
think
had
a
a
few
great-
people
Are
are just bigging it up now because Harden had an extraordinary season last season.
Yeah, but no Haaland in the Prem last season. People are talking about that Kane
season.
Like,
Yeah, definitely
One of the
100%.
best
But no one's
strikers
talking
in the
about it.
Prem.
And Nunes' the season wasn't that bad actually.
How many goals did he get?
About 15
15
around
in the
so,
Prem.
in all competitions, I believe.
Okay. In a Liverpool side that still have Salah, all they've mainly lost is Mane, and he's only got 15.
But Mane was integral to that team.
He should have
everyone knows
scored in
this.
all competitions. He should have scored at least 30. He had much more chances than Rashford as well, and he squandered them.
but
He
what-
missed them
His
all.
first
what do you
season
lot
in the
think about
Premier-
Nunes with
I'm
the
not writing them
outside?
off yet. I'm not
Nunes-
writing off Darwin Nunes. I'll take him at Chelsea.
Nunes doesn't look like your typical footballer. He doesn't look like he can strike
Nah,
the
he
ball
is
correctly.
good.
He always slices the ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can work out for players, but for Nunes, I just don't.
But
see
what about
that
his time at
working.
Benfica though? Is it easy? He's done it against Liverpool.
We're
He's
talking
might
about
scored a hat
Premier-
trick
we're
of
talking
offside
about
goals.
Premier League and Portuguese league. There's a
We're
big
also
Yeah,
difference.
looking-
In the Champions League, he had a big impact for that Benfica
This
team.
season,
Deny
he's
it.
gonna have
Yeah, he did, you know.
Szoboszlai and McAllister trying to feed
Nah,
him.
Nunes
He's
is
have
gonna be
that
good.
much
That's a
chances.
big
He's gonna be
point. I don't
good this
think
season.
Szoboszlai will be that great this season.
My take is I don't think Nunes is that guy. I understand he creates chances, he works hard, but we know that's not enough in the Premier League. We've seen that with numerous amounts of players.
No,
I think
of
he's
course,
always going
but
to be one of them players that misses a lot.
if you've got that ethic, that starting ethic of working hard and actually caring for your club, which he probably does, and it seems like he does, you're going to get far, especially at Liverpool where they all support you.
What is
Sure,
Liverpool on their
sure.
downfall though? We all think
But Liverpool
that
have been
they
in the
just had
downfall.
one bad season. I personally think that too. What if that's not the case?
But
Yeah.
people say
What if
that.
he gets less chances next season
That
and he
Liverpool
doesn't
side
take
was-
them?
Nah, but he's got better midfielders though, man. The midfielders that come in
They
are
lost a
gonna
couple as well
show
that
him
were
some
the
levels.
reasons why they were good in the first place. Like
So what?
Fabinho
So
and-
what about Gakpo?
Gakpo is better on the ball and stuff, but he hasn't
He
been
had a
effective at
decent,
all.
he had a decent World Cup.
Nunes is better than Gakpo.
He's way more effective.
I think
Nunes
No,
is better
way
than
more
Gakpo.
effective.
Nah, nowhere
I
near.
don't think he's not a better footballer than Gakpo.
Cool. Who was
Gakpo's
feeding
a
Nunes the
guy for
balls?
potential.
Many man.
Like who in the midfield?
Hendo was doing it. Trent
Yeah.
was doing it.
No, Hendo.
Salah was
midfield.
giving him chances.
Midfielders. Who's finding them runs?
Thiago when he plays is finding them runs.
Thiago's like, nah.
A lot of times you gotta understand Trent how he plays his diags. He's finding that run a lot.
But
It's
I
Trent.
can't lie. With
You can't say
McAllister, it's
midfielders when
different.
you got-
Trent is a very good
You
player.
can't say Trent when he's
He's
got.
hated on a lot.
You can't say what midfielders when you've got a caliber of player like Trent in the right back
Yeah,
position.
but that's the
gonna
right
find
back.
anyone
Yeah,
on
but that's
the
the
pitch.
right back.
That doesn't matter.
You still need
It's play-
midfielders to dish that ball.
and that's why they've just made 2 signings, which
Yeah,
we're gonna get
that-
onto.
Get me? That's why I feel like Nunes is gonna do better.
So what are we saying about McAllister then?
I think McAllister's proven enough.
He's a player.
Nah, he's
I wanna
not.
see him
No,
play.
I think
no,
he's
no,
proven
no,
enough.
no.
In the World Cup, he was fine. Premier League, he was very good. He's got his move to Liverpool that he deserved.
Why do you think McAllister's good?
He does the basics to a high level. He does the. He's what you take him at your team. He's what you need in the team, really.
No.
You want to take him at your team?
Nah.
Fair enough. It's your opinion.
Back to Gakpo. He has a lot to prove. I believe he's a very good player. But I'm just afraid that in this Liverpool team, they could go downhill. They just lost the leader in Jordan Henderson.
And Fabinho.
Fabinho's still there. Zero ball
Did
knowledge.
he not go
No,
Saudi?
he didn't.
Zero
Yeah,
ball
no,
knowledge.
His dog's holding up the move, actually.
Pardon?
His dog's holding up the move.
That's true.
That's crazy.
His what?
His dog.
They don't
His dog.
allow dogs
His
inside.
pet dog is holding up the
It's
move.
not his dog. But I believe with Gakpo, a lot of what he was doing well last season can easily be transferred into next season. But he doesn't look much of a team
No, but he
player.
was just gassed up though,
Give me
man.
to be
That,
honest.
A lot
that
of the
World
time
Cup
he goes
gassed
missing
him up.
as well. I've seen games.
Do you want me to be
where he's
honest?
missing quite a lot.
I think Gakpo plays better in a deeper role. For Holland, he plays brilliantly in that camera, I think. Because playing as a striker, I don't think he's got the finishing capability that you want
I
him to
wouldn't
have.
even say he necessarily plays striker for Liverpool.
He
I
plays
believe
in a
Liverpool
forward
are going to
role.
bring in a striker and he's going to play on the left wing.
Yeah,
There's no guarantee that Diaz is going to stay fit.
no guarantee at all. But Diaz is a very good player.
Yeah, he's elite.
You can't deny that.
He's elite.
I don't think he's starting over Diaz. I'll put him in the camera, but
Yeah, but
then
it's whether
again,
Diaz can stay fit or not.
is he beating McAllister to that camera?
McAllister,
Nah,
I
he's
wouldn't
not.
call a cam.
He's a
So what
midfielder,
do you
but
call him?
McAllister's not a 10.
I think he's an attacking
He's an
midfielder
8.
personally. He can play an
Where
attacking
did he play
midfielder
for
easily.
Brighton all
So
last
who's
season?
playing the
No, he
deeper
could
role?
definitely play a 10 as
The
well.
10 is clearly Sabloslai, whatever
He's
you say.
also- but he can
However
play
you say
8
his name,
also.
He's the 10.
He can play
So
8
you
also,
clearly
though.
didn't
Then
sign
who's
2 10s with Gakpo already
But
there.
Szoboszlai can play 8 as well, though, bro.
But who's
He's
playing
not.
the...
He's never played 8.
He has.
He doesn't play 8.
He has, bro.
If you watch Leipzig, if you watch
He
Hungary,
played that.
he
Like,
plays in the 10. He doesn't play 8. You're
he
trying to
can
move
play at 8 as
goalposts.
well.
It's not working.
He can play
It's
at
not
8, bro. He
working.
definitely 100% he can.
They didn't sign 2 cams with a cam already there. That's not what they've done.
Maybe they haven't got faith in Gakpo anymore.
After one season, that'd be very silly of Liverpool. And
Was
I
it
don't
even a
see.
whole season,
And
though?
Klopp is an elite manager. He's not just going to lose faith in someone after
Yeah.
what? After the World Cup he signed for Liverpool, 6 months, whilst they're on their worst period in 6 years.
I
It's not
reckon,
going to happen.
I reckon Gakpo will do well. I reckon Nunes will be alright. But, boy, I think that Liverpool defence has a lot to do. That's the only thing with Liverpool for me.
I don't think the Liverpool defence is an issue.
It's aging.
It's aging, but they've got Matip, they've got Konate, they've got VVD. They've got a solid back four.
But I think
They've got a solid back four. And we're going to talk about, they could get injuries like before. That's once they've had injuries like that. Once.
No, of course.
That's not going to happen again. It could happen. I very, very doubt it's going to happen again.
Like, I don't know, but again, players have points to prove. The defence doesn't prove their point, I guess. But another one I think is Mikhailo Modric. I think he's got a lot to prove
He's
after.
got a big point to prove after signing for that amount coming to Chelsea.
He's got bags of potential, however.
He's showing glimpses. He's showing glimpses, but like, he's just one of those players who will either have a really rash touch, or like if he takes his first touch, good, he'll do something with the ball every time. Like,
It's glimpses enough, though.
No, but I don't think he's shown glimpses.
I
I
think
think he had one, that Liverpool game that gassed out
Debut,
everyone.
literally,
Yeah,
I agree.
but I can't call it glimpses.
what about that goal in pre-season?
We can talk about
Pre-season's
you can't
crazy.
have one rule for one player.
Ball's the same size in the Prem. Like,
Doesn't matter. Intensity is not the same. A lot's not the same.
he
The
showed
team he's
impact
playing
play.
against, the team he's playing with, they're not going to be the same. Pre-season is very different.
At least it was against a Prem side, and it was a competitive game. I think a lot of these pre-season games.
I
this
think
season have been
Mudryk will
competitive.
come good. I do. But I don't think this season, I don't think he's ready necessarily. I think he'll have a much better season than last season, which isn't hard. Let's get that straight.
Mm.
But to the standard of how much did we get him for? 90 mil?
Like, you,
Yeah, that's
Chelsea got him
crazy.
for 90 mil? He ain't going to be a 90 mil.
I think he'll
player.
get 6 goals, 5 assists this season.
no, that's crazy.
And I know, price
Yeah.
tag's nothing to do with
So
the
what do you think he's
player.
gonna
You
get?
gotta remember, last season he came into a side that literally couldn't attack.
Alright, so what do you think he's gonna
6
get?
goals and 5
I'm gonna
assists.
say he's gonna have a double.
What?
I do think he's, in all comps.
Say all comps
In
like
all
we're in
competitions.
Europe.
No,
We're
no,
not in
Premier
Europe.
League.
We've only got Premier League to
Early
worry.
Carabao Cup,
Alright, Premier League though.
we watched
What's,
Havertz score a hat-trick against.
And we also
what's he gonna get?
Chelsea get Man City in the first round of the Carabao Cup and FA
So
Cup.
what
Yeah,
are the odds
we're
of
the
that happening
earliest
2 years
round.
in a row?
Highly, because I reckon some of it's
3%.
fixed.
No, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe like 12 goals, 9 assists. That row.
Whoa.
I personally can't see Mudryk having that sort of season.
Have you seen the
Because
link
you
up he's
can-
got with Nicholas Jackson?
with a player that's just signed in pre-season. We saw Mudryk last season. Yes, Chelsea did not have anywhere near the greatest of seasons, but a baggy touch, chasing your touch every time,
When you're that fast.
shooting all the time off target. That's not a thing of, oh, that's just because the team's bad. That's you personally. You spend more time focusing on running, breaking Premier League records for speed, other than actually training on the pitch. I just don't think his priorities are right. I think he's still young, cool, but when you sign for 90 mil, you have to be showing me something straight away. I'm not giving you this year, nothing like that.
I
You need
agree
to be
with
showing
you.
me it then.
I do agree with you. I don't think Mudryk will come good this year, but he will come good very soon. I think
When's very soon? You say
Yeah,
not this year. When's
he's-
very soon?
How old is Mudryk? He's under 23, 21.
Doesn't matter.
But
You
He's
said
still
very
got
soon.
years. He's got years to his name to play.
He's on the push now.
Give him
so
2 years,
That changes things.
boy. Mudryk could be one of the best in the world, I reckon.
So you're saying because his age,
His age plays a big factor.
Saka's doing his thing though.
Saka's doing his thing, but everyone has ups and downs, bro.
Same.
comes
Say,
with-
He had no
different
up
times,
though.
everyone.
Mudryk ain't had no up.
Mudryk ain't had exactly. So when his up does come, you can see every Chelsea player has spoken about the potential that he has and the potential that he can live up to. But is he doing it right now? Obviously not. But he can he even speak English properly. Think about it. Can he even speak English? And people are already good at him. Give him some time and he'll prove himself. Maybe not this season, but within very soon he will.
If we're talking about young, expensive wingers that need to prove themselves, we need to talk about Anthony.
Oh,
Don't get me started.
No,
Don't get me started on that.
don't get me started on Anthony.
He
He's dead.
hasn't
He's
shown
dead.
any
He's dead.
fidget
He's dead.
spinner.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Man
he's
U
dead.
fans gas him up for the wrong things. No end product at all. They signed him for 80 million.
He posts
80
highlights
million.
on
80 million
TikTok
bar.
where he loses the ball. Like, it's scary.
He spins
Exactly.
round and only makes himself get skilled up because he's dizzy. No defender, no nothing. He's just a TikTok
You
skiller.
know, if I'm honest though, I think Anthony could be a Robin like kind of player. He likes cutting into the
That's
net.
a stinker.
He likes cutting in a lot.
That's a stinker.
Wait.
That's horrendous.
What did you say?
I said Anthony could become a Robin like player.
That's horrendous.
How is that horrendous?
How
Let's
can you
elaborate.
ever compare those two? They're two completely.
They have similar play styles. They like cutting in a lot. What's
Anthony cuts in and
known-
does what?
He
Cut
cut-
back out.
He's
He got a good finish,
He
though.
cuts in and cuts back
He
out.
has a good finish.
But if he cuts it in and keeps his head
Good
on,
finish, but if he doesn't shoot, then what does
countless
it
times
mean?
I've seen him do it.
Yeah, come on now.
Countless
We're
times
talking
I
about
saw him do it
Robin
last
and
season.
Anthony. There's big difference.
There's a
between
big
the
difference,
two.
100%. But he could become that kind of player. He's young. He's got potential. So they've got to live up to.
I think
This guy waffling.
I'm
Bro,
waffling.
And he's not like that, bro.
I don't think I think he's a horrible player, but he could. You can't write a player off just because of one
More
season.
than Mudryk as well.
That's irrelevant,
I
to be
remember him
honest.
being like 100 more, other than that, something like that.
Anthony went into a Man U team at the start of the season. They was terrible. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
Same position as Chelsea. Chelsea were probably even a little bit better. Terrible. As the season went on, Man U got better and better. Ten Hag, who I think is a great manager, steadied the ship. He steadied the ship.
Mhm.
He made them better. Defensively, they started conceding less, hence why De Gea, who Man U fans also hate, which we'll get onto, he won the Golden Glove. They all got better. Rashford had the season of his life. Anthony didn't progress. Why is that? Again, you can't blame that on team. That's a personal thing. Everyone else around you got better. You saw Wan-Bissaka get better. You saw Dalot. You saw Shaw have a great season. Casemiro, who we know is a world-class player,
Bruno
he had a great season. Bruno,
But-
very underrated player. People love to cuss him. Elite player.
Mhm.
They all had great seasons, but then you have Anthony,
But-
who signed for 80 million. How are you not talking about him?
Even Garnacho is doing his thing.
Garnacho.
Everyone's doing their thing, like,
Garnacho's a
man.
very good player. I do like him. But
I don't believe in this
Even-
Garnacho hype, bro.
even then again, though,
Garnacho,
Even-
not
even-
allowed.
Ten
Nah,
Hag's
nah.
worked with
Like
Anthony
that.
many times. He worked with him before. He knows Anthony better than anyone at Man United does probably,
He knows him better
and he still
In the-
continues to pick him.
in the Eredivisie. What
Eredivisie,
does
yeah.
that mean? What does that mean?
Loads of players are coming from the Eredivisie and proving what they can do.
Who?
Well, one of them we're about to see is Jury and Timber, and I think
You're saying we're about to see.
I
I don't
think- I
hear
think
that.
he's gonna
We're
show a
gonna-
lot.
If we're going to talk facts, you haven't seen anyone because the league's a silly league. And you're talking about Timber, like Timber didn't just come third with
But
Ajax.
if we could throw it back years, we could talk about these things. We could throw it back years, we could talk about these things. But recently, there ain't been much.
This guy is rattled.
I'm not rattled.
You repeated yourself.
He's not well. He's not well still.
Talk about what things? Name me a player that's done that
In
jump.
the recent years,
Name me a player.
What, from that league to this league? That's done good.
there's been many failed projects. such as
Nah, every project was
Donny van
failed.
der Beek's failed, obviously.
Yeah,
So what are you talking about?
Was
We've
he in
seen
the
it.
Champions League or no? He's left as a
But he
Champions
failed.
League.
But he
We have the Super Cup
meaty.
winner.
Oh man,
Was
that
that-
guy's meaty, bro.
What about Madueke? Do
Yeah.
you see Madueke
Maybe.
being a flop because he's from Eredivisie? I don't see that happen. I think
Have
he's
you
a very
seen him
good
be
player.
elite for us yet?
He's just
Have you
started.
seen it? Have you
He's had a
seen him?
decent start though. Yeah,
I think
he ain't been
he
dead.
was very good. He's taking on players better than anyone in our team does.
I like
I'm a Chelsea fan. If you don't know,
I like Madueke personally,
Stronger than I
but
thought as
the
well.
point you're trying to make now is that a player's come and done it. I've asked you who. You haven't been able to name
we
me a
can go
player.
years back. We can go back years, bro.
Go on
Go
then,
back, yeah.
name me a player. Go
Luis
back here.
Suarez.
Who?
Luis Suarez.
Did he start off in that league?
He was like
Did he start
Ajax.
off in that league?
I believe he went from Ajax to Liverpool.
Did he
No,
start off in that
okay.
league?
Yeah, maybe.
Did he start off in that league?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Oh.
But I believe Luis Suarez has come. Madueke didn't start off in the Eredivisie. He started off at Tottenham Academy.
So then the point you made is rubbish.
But no, who actually starts off in that league and then he's coming from that
No
league. as
one
a
does.
big
That's my
signing.
point. No one comes from that league and does well.
But
No
look at the amount
one.
of Dutch players there are as well, though.
You even look at De Ligt. De Ligt's gone to Bayern Munich,
He's forgotten
Juve,
about.
and done nothing.
He ain't been
about-
dead though.
He hasn't been
I think
good.
it's a bit
No, but he ain't
He
been
hasn't
dead
been
though.
good.
He ain't been as
He's gone to
elite as it
easier
was.
leagues than these players and hasn't been good.
different.
He hasn't been good though. He hasn't gone to the leagues and done well.
What
The
about
easy
Dion?
leagues. Dion's gone to Barca. Has he wowed you like you thought he would?
I'm a
I
fan of
think-
Dion, but
I'm a
I
fan of
haven't
him.
been as good.
He's
Yeah,
solid
De Jong,
though.
very
De
good.
Jong's
He's
solid.
one of them
Barca
players,
just won
very
the-
good player.
Won the league and he had nothing to do with it like that.
He's solid, man.
I like Dion.
What, De Jong?
That's a stinker.
He
for
said
me
he had nothing
still,
to do with
yeah.
it. That's stupid.
He's a very good player.
Wow.
You see what I mean?
Wait, what do you mean? See, you didn't land, my boy.
I
You
said
said
Luis Suarez
from-
one of the
you
most
said from that
influential
league-
players in the Premier League in recent years.
Influential for
100%.
2 years.
Luis
Nah,
Suarez
what are you
is-
talking about? Nah,
Luis Suarez influenced so much in the Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
deny
yeah.
that.
Influence what?
SAS.
Influence
SAS,
what?
Suarez and Suarez was a big thing.
What's this? What did
Sturridge
he win?
and Suarez
what
and
did he
Gerrard.
win? And what did he win?
Don't
It's not
matter.
about
I'm
what he
asking,
won.
what did
It's
he
about
win?
what he contributed to the league and
So
what he
what?
won when he
Playing
left the Premier
football's
League.
not about winning. That's all it's about.
Yeah, but
It's
that
about
Liverpool,
winning.
that
and you didn't
Liverpool team
win.
wasn't a team full of winners. We know this. Everyone knows
Ah,
this.
cool. I got a question for you. Is Luis Suarez top 5 strikers in the Prem?
Of all time?
Yeah.
No?
He's top 5.
He was there for 2 years.
Is he top 5 strikers in the Prem?
That's no. And
Oh.
asking me who that is, that's a whole nother episode, my boy.
And you
So
gotta
chill
remember,
yourself
when
out.
No, it's not, bro. This is
It's
top
a
5.
whole
question, but
nother
team
episode.
You're,
he scored
you're
against-
just talking a lot of
he
things on
scored
Suarez
against-
right
the
now.
percentage of his goals came against shit teams.
But it doesn't
Five
matter because he's
against
scoring the goals.
Yeah, like I ain't who.
In
But
one
then,
game.
but then Haaland is the same though.
It doesn't matter. He's
Well,
scoring the goals.
Haaland is the same though.
Haaland scored 5 against Leipzig. That one
And hold on, it doesn't matter who it's against because the
And
Premier
Leipzig
League is
are
known as the
very
best league in the world, and all the teams can compete. That's what it's known for being. So it doesn't matter if they're against shit teams or good teams because every team is to a decent standard.
Champions League, bro. Right,
Oh,
wrong.
no,
Yeah.
if we're talking strikers better than Suarez,
That's a good
There's a few better, obviously, but Suarez is top. He's one of the best strikers we've seen.
I
for a
think
few seasons.
he's definitely top 10 strikers ever in the Prem. That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
So how could he not be influential,
What did he influence?
bro? He's
What
that
did he
elite
influence?
striker, bro.
What did he influence?
The striking abilities.
That's
That's what he does. He does mad.
answer.
He does mad things.
I don't even know how we talk about Suarez at this point, anyway.
So who influences that? Tell
Yeah,
me
I'm
someone
trying
that's
to talk shit
influenced.
about Suarez.
Influence. Pep Guardiola's influence.
We're talking about
He's
players,
influenced,
brother.
but players
You
wise.
asked me who's influence. I said
Players,
Pep.
brother. We're talking about players. We're talking about managers.
Players who have Harry Kane,
All the influence.
the deep playing striker role.
No, I can
Who else
hear
does
that.
it?
Huh?
Who else does it?
Firmino.
I mean, I've been doing that,
Firmino's
bro.
been doing that. That's his whole play style still.
He's been doing that.
So you tell me who influences other than
No, but
Suarez.
you said.
Players that have influenced.
No, I'm asking you, Harry Kane, though.
I'm asking
No, but
Pep.
I asked you. You tried to.
I said Harry Kane. No, I'm asking
You tried to
you.
down my point. I'm down your
players
point.
that-
You said Harry
players
Kane. I want to know who.
Harry Kane is
Who
a player
does what
gets
Harry Kane
more
does?
involved in the play. Many a man does that.
Yeah, who?
Isaac.
No, he doesn't.
I didn't say
Yes, he
Isaac,
does.
but he
Of
course
just
he does.
he just about a bit though.
Isaac will pick up the ball from anywhere and drive.
But
Yeah.
he runs. Like Harry Kane don't run. He looks
Doesn't
for the
Harry
matter.
Kane
pass.
plays the pass.
That's
Dropping
two different
deeper.
type of players.
Harry Kane started to drop in deeper. Isaac does it.
Isaac's
can't
more of a
do
carrier though.
Huh?
Isaac's more of a carrier.
Way
Doesn't
more of
matter.
a carrier.
Harry Kane's more of like a distributor, so he'd pick up the ball deep, distribute, and then get himself in a position to find the finish if he can. But Isaac, he's carrying the ball forward and
Takes
producing a lot of
people
the
on,
work
and that
himself.
Harry Kane don't take people on.
Like Isaac's not even an assist that he got, but that run he done against was it Everton when
Yeah.
he smashed them. That was one of the best things I've ever seen in this season.
Facts.
And how did he do that? By dropping deeper, which Harry Kane started.
But Harry Kane's
So that's the
distributing.
influence.
Harry
though.
Kane
Harry
We're not
finds
talking
the
about
ball.
on
Harry
the
Kane's
ball.
looking for the
We're
pass.
not talking about on the ball.
We
Dropping
are.
deeper has nothing to do with the ball. It's dropping deeper to pick up the ball,
What are you
which they
talking
both do.
Harry Kane might have started the trend, but I wouldn't say he made
Okay,
it
so
popular.
he started the trend. So
I wouldn't say he made it popular though.
When we're talking about influence, we're talking like.
I would say Harry Kane influenced that, to be honest. A lot of players
About
do.
wingers starting to score way more than they used to. Like,
I
Mo
don't think
Salah.
that's, I don't
That
think
kind of
that's due to
influence.
play. I think that's due to manager, how they play the wingers.
no, yeah, definitely.
And
but
formation change and a lot of things like that.
Going to transfers, I think Tonali's one of the best ones that have been made so far. But the question is, does he want to be at Newcastle?
For me, Tonali at Newcastle, I know it's only been pre-season. He doesn't look happy there. We've all seen the clips. Tonali doesn't look happy. I watched him against Chelsea. I watched him against Brighton. He doesn't look like he's fitting into that Newcastle team. I know it's only been a few games,
I completely agree though.
but he doesn't seem like the sort of player to fit the Newcastle style.
That's why I agree with you completely, because he's one of them players that said that he never wants to leave AC Milan at all. And he's loved Milan. And obviously him having to leave due to financial reasons or whatever, it's unsettled him and he's had to do what he's had to do. But as a footballer, should that stop you from being a good player because you're unhappy? Because you don't want to be at a club?
But it can affect how you play, which makes you a good player.
Yeah, but
Eddie Howe can get the best out of players, and especially
Eddie
in the
Howe
middle,
is
man. He's making Julian.
Why has he?
No, but
has
Eddie
he-
Howe's
We're
not
talking about
established.
Joe Linton. Tonali's come from AC Milan. We're not talking
A world-renowned
about a player
club.
like Joe Linton,
So if
who
you
was
can
a
make-
striker that he made into a centre mid.
So if you can fit Joe Linton and get the best out of him, I'm sure you could get the best.
I don't think he won't get the best out of Tonali.
you don't reckon?
I don't think so.
Tonali's a techie player.
I think he's got a
Eddie Howe's not a
load of
techie
things
manager.
capable.
He's
So you
that
can't have
English
big
manager.
players like- No,
Like
I
that
think you
straightforward
It
manager.
looks like
What do you say
Tonali, it looks like Tonali doesn't want to be there right now.
can-
Well,
100%.
so
All of the
how
training
is a
tips-
player going to play well? How are you going to get the best out of a player if he doesn't want to be there?
He's got a man up.
That's not set in stone though. He could learn to start liking it. He'll gain some relationships. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, it's a
I
fact.
reckon Tonali's got a man up personally, because it's his job. He's getting paid to do what he's doing at the end of the day.
But
Being
you don't
at a
know what's
Champions
going
League
on with
club.
him.
It's a Champions League club.
And I believe that's the only reason he's went there. AC Milan did not make the Champions League.
Yeah, but
That's why
he
he's gone there, so he can play Champions League.
he would have
football.
preferred to stay at AC Milan. 100% he would have.
As I said, I believe he went to Newcastle so he can play Champions League football.
Yeah, probably, but
Because AC Milan did not make it there.
I think Tonali's got bags of potential as well. But
He has potential. I do not believe he's going to fulfill it at
I don't
Newcastle.
think being unhappy at a club should dictate how you play. Like, if you want to leave a
But
club, you
that's
should
not our
show what.
opinion. That's down to the player.
Yeah, but if you want to
player's
leave a
not
club, you
happy at
should
the
play
club,
even
he
better
doesn't-
so you can get a better move.
But he's
No?
only just made the move
He's-
to the club.
but
He's
he
not
can
going to
move-
get another better move.
He can move next year.
There's not much better that need Tonali than Newcastle. That's a fact.
Chelsea could do with Tonali.
No way.
I do not believe Chelsea need Tonali at all.
We don't need him, but we could do with him.
I don't believe we could do it. What's your opinion on Tonali?
He's alright. He's not great. He's techie though. Decent, but I don't think he's gonna do good in the Prem. I'm gonna lie
I've
to
seen
you.
decent games
I
with
don't
him
know.
with
It's too
Milan.
bullyish. You'll get bullied.
I believe
It's
so.
too bullyish.
We've seen it. He does get bullied.
Just like Onana's gonna get bullied.
Oh no.
No.
United fans and Onana, boy, they all believe he's the truth. Onana is not the truth.
He's
De Gea's worst attribute was with his feet, right?
Yeah.
Made mistakes. Just look at Onana. He makes mistakes
Countless.
with his feet. The same problem. He takes risks. He might be better with his feet. Of course he is. I get that. But because he takes more risks, he makes the same mistakes. So you're not getting rid of anything different. He's still going to make the same mistakes.
and he's worse at everything else. If we're
He's
talking
not a better
shot
shot stopper than De Gea.
100%.
De Gea just
No.
got the Golden Glove. Let's get that straight in the
True.
Premier League. Like,
That's what people forget.
and let's not get twisted. Man United were levels behind Arsenal and Man City. It's not like it was a close thing. Any of them could have got it.
No,
Man, you were much below them.
levels. So.
No, it's very true.
But he is good though.
Oh,
Like,
no,
coming,
he's good.
like, he brings different things though.
I disagree with you.
I believe.
Well, he
I
brings
think he's a
different
horrible
things,
player.
man.
I
No,
think
horrible.
Onana,
I see what Pep said about him, bro.
since he took them steroids, I think he's not the
What?
same.
He did.
He took steroids. That's why he got a ban at Ajax
Oh,
and he
yeah,
went to
he did,
Inter
didn't
Milan on a free.
We don't know the player, but me personally speaking, from what I saw in the World Cup, when the manager is asking him to do certain things and he's refusing, it's poor attitude from the player. And Man United is the biggest club in England, whether you want to admit it or not, they're the biggest club by quite a mile as well. They don't need someone with a big ego like that. We've seen the big egos. Pogba didn't work out.
Mm.
Ibra done well there, but they didn't win anything major. Won Europa League. It's It's not great, is
It's a
it?
major trophy though.
It's a
Pardon?
major trophy.
It's a major trophy now,
Europa
especially
League's not
now.
a major trophy.
It
No,
is.
back in the day,
If
maybe
Europa
not.
League's a major trophy, then you're a little club. Simple.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me as a
Simple.
Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want to see us winning the Europa League, but it is a major trophy nonetheless.
You
No,
can
but
only
you gotta
win
think
what's
of it like
ahead
this.
of you,
You could
mate.
have a bad season and win the Europa League. All
You're
of
in
a
the
sudden,
Champions
next
League.
season,
You're in
you've
Champions
got a
League.
trophy under your belt and you're in Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
It's a big trophy, bro.
I think it's a massive trophy.
I
It's
don't
not as
know.
big
It's
as
not the Champions League, but
No,
it's a big trophy.
Yeah.
That's like me saying I don't think the Euros is anywhere near the World Cup as well. It's a big trophy though,
Yes,
but
like
it's
the
nowhere
same.
near the World Cup level.
It's
I
bigger than
disagree.
like a Carabao Cup.
I
Do you know what
very
mean?
much. Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
bigger than the Carabao Cup, but
100%.
you don't look at the Europa League and be like, wow, Europa League.
But
Look,
United
West Ham
fans have
versus
though.
Frankfurt in the semi-final last season in the Europa League.
Well,
The
that was a
season, the
surprise.
season before,
Two
sorry.
seasons ago, yeah.
That's not a good semi-final.
Yeah, but then you had the Arsenal Chelsea final. It goes on to
and
show
it was
what
a
happened.
poor Arsenal team who got
And we-
beat up 4-1.
No, definitely.
Point proven. So it doesn't
But-
mean anything. You're talking about Arsenal because they're a big club. They wasn't a good club at that time.
No,
They
of
wasn't a
course.
good team. Now they are. Then they were terrible. Hence why they got beat up.
But you can see levels in the Europa League 100%. But yeah,
Hence why you don't make it a good club. The
I
fact that
understand.
Sevilla constantly win the Europa League, but constantly get knocked out in the group stages, it
Yeah,
just shows you of the Champions League. There's big levels
there's
of
a
it.
massive,
big levels.
massive difference.
So winning the Europa League's not impressive.
I
It's
think-
not impressive at all.
I think Chelsea's shown that there's a big difference as well by winning it both times.
Do you know what the biggest transfer saga is? So Mount leaving Chelsea, Havertz. leaving
Yeah,
Chelsea.
definitely. Definitely.
Mm.
They got
Both
lots to
gone to
prove.
rivals, some bigger rivals than others, but for me, I personally cannot see Havertz working. Where's he going to play? He's not going to play striker because we saw how bad he was at Chelsea.
Okay, but him in striker for the Arsenal team, their starting striker is Gabriel Jesus, who isn't even a scorer like a proper
So
natural striker.
you bought another player who's
then-
not a scorer to play striker.
But it fits their system better than a striker in Chelsea. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gabriel Jesus fits Arsenal more in striker than Havertz does.
But I'm
It's simple.
saying
They play fluid football.
what
Havertz
they
is
Nothing
ask
playing
about
in
for a
the
Havertz is
midfield.
fluid.
isn't
What?
what they ask for a striker in Chelsea. You get what I'm saying?
We all know, if you're using your brain, Havertz has not gone there to play 9. We know that. He's also not gone there to play 10 because there is a massive gap between him and Odegaard. Everyone can agree. So what's he gone?
But he's playing in the midfield.
8.
He's
He's
taking
playing
Xhaka's
with-
role.
Bro,
That stinks like shit.
But he's a better midfielder
That
than Mount
stinks like
is.
shit.
He's a better midfielder than Mount
He's
is.
not a better midfielder. He's not a better player. Not a better midfielder than Mount.
I can see potential in Havertz.
Bro,
Okay,
Mount has no tech. No tech to Mount. Havertz has all the tech. Right or
Go
wrong?
look at the Porto.
Right or
goal.
wrong?
Chelsea v Porto.
Oh, you're talking about a
Go
goal.
look at the tech.
Talking about a
Go
goal.
look at the tech.
Talking about a goal.
What have I showed you?
Everything.
Show me. Tell
Won
me.
me a Champions League.
Tell me.
Everything.
Tell me.
Everything.
Because when he rounded the keeper, he got lucky that Edson touched it.
No,
Otherwise,
but he
it was
touched
going
outside the
in.
box. He touched outside the box.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he touched outside the box.
Matter.
I'm not gonna lie. You see that video of Havertz in the MLS challenge? I know it's nothing, but I'm not gonna lie. That actually has impacted my opinion a lot.
First ever player to score 0.
As a Chelsea fan, I was
I don't
But
mind.
he's
biased
got,
for him.
but he's got more tech than Mount.
I was
So what's
supporting
Mount
as a
done?
Chelsea player.
What's Mount done in
He beat
pre-season?
Havertz 2-0 in pre-season.
What's Mount done? No, but he didn't do nothing.
He beat Havertz
He didn't do
2-0.
nothing.
He beat. Yes, he did.
He didn't
You
do
watch it.
nothing.
You didn't watch
He
it.
didn't do
You
nothing.
can't
Maybe you didn't watch
pre-season,
it.
lads.
He didn't do
Watch the
nothing.
games. before
Me
you talk on
personally,
it.
I don't
He
count
didn't do
pre-season.
nothing.
He did.
So what did he do?
He was getting very linked up in the play in the first half.
Alright, man.
So what do you
Very-
think United's like three in the middle is going to look like this season?
Bruno in the 10 because I personally be behind Kevin De Bruyne. I believe Bruno is the best 10 in the league.
Right now.
Yeah, I understand.
I can bet you right
Over
now
the
Mount
top.
gets dropped to the bench.
I don't see no dropping him. He's
You won't
number
get
7.
I can
They
bet you
gave him
right now.
number 7 for a reason.
Drop for who? Who's their
He's gonna
midfield?
get dropped
Tell
for
me
the
their
bench.
midfield free.
He can get dropped for the bench. I don't
Tell me
care.
their midfield
Getting dropped for
three.
the bench.
Okay, tell me their
He's
midfield.
getting dropped.
Their midfield
Stop
three is
repeating.
definitely
Tell me their
Casemiro,
midfield
Brown.
three.
Getting dropped.
Yeah,
So
Casemiro,
you
Bruno.
can't answer that.
He's getting
So you
dropped.
don't have
So
no
you think he's going to play
reason.
next to Casemiro?
Yeah, 100%.
He'll play next to Casemiro.
I think between him and Bruno, that's
Because even the Chelsea fans,
a lot of
that
losing the ball. That's a lot of risk taking. You know what I mean?
He would take a massive
De Bruyne
opinion.
loses the ball
No,
a
I'm
lot,
not saying
and
it's a
he's
bad
the best
thing,
player
but
in the league.
Two of
You
them
have
in
to
the
take
middle.
risks.
You get what I'm saying?
Can
You have to take risks.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
But they're both creative. Like,
This might look very controversial, but I could see Mason Mount playing the Xabi Alonso role at Real Madrid.
Impossible.
If you look at it, if you look at his things closely,
I'm
swear you can
getting
see
a
it.
taste of what's more to come on these podcasts. You saying very stupid things.
Have you seen?
Honestly, I said this before, but
He wouldn't even get nowhere near.
he's nothing like him, not at all. But
Bro,
that's
they
how
wouldn't even
role I
look
can
at
see him
Mount.
playing. I can see him playing that kind of role.
They wouldn't
for Man
look
United.
at
I don't see him
Mount.
playing anywhere else.
They wouldn't look at him.
Guys, you know who to keep an eye on now. If you want some funny moments, you're looking at him.
You're seeing it. You're seeing it.
Mount playing the Xavi role.
Xabi Alonso.
Same shit, different toilet, rude boy.
If you look at how he played for Real Madrid, he's not the deep line playmaker or
Xabi
whatever you want to
Alonso,
make him.
Mount.
Keep playing playmaker. This guy plays too much.
No, I don't play any FM actually.
You get all your football stuff from FM. Yeah,
No,
there's
that's
many
the
people like
spreadsheet
that.
warriors on Twitter.
Honestly,
Honestly, I see Xabi Alonso playing, Mason Mount playing the Xabi Alonso role. I don't think he'll do well in it, but he will.
So if he's playing in it, will he be in the starting 11?
He has to. 'Cause I
But
don't
if
see
he's
anyone else.
playing shit in it,
I don't see any. Who's starting
He's
over him?
playing
You
shit in it.
starting
How's he
Fred
gonna
over
start?
Mason Mount? You starting McTominay over Mason
in
Mount?
that role. I probably would. In that deep role, I probably would
But
start Fred over him.
Xabi Alonso didn't. He did, but he didn't. He had a much more advanced role than people think he did. I don't see why I
Yeah,
don't.
a whole
We'll see.
Mr. Billy Ball knowledge.
Billy
He's
Ball-
coming with zero ball knowledge.
You know, see,
What are we talking about here?
I gotta remember they got Bellingham and Tchouameni in the midfield right now. Like, where would Mount play in that midfield?
Camavinga.
No, this is years ago I'm talking about.
Wait,
Long
wait,
game.
what Xavi Alonso are you talking about?
Xabi Alonso.
Yes, which one?
That played for Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich.
Wait,
which one, though?
which team?
When he played at Real Madrid, you
Oh,
can see he played
fuck
in advance
right
role.
off.
Look at and to support myself as well.
Hey,
I had to do some
Mount-
research the other day
Mount
about
at Real
his
Madrid.
styles.
Mount at Real Madrid.
I
Mount
never
is-
said Mount will ever go to Real Madrid. I've never said that. I said he plays a similar role to him, and people don't see it just off the eye. But if you look at the way he plays and the stats and the things he does, Mason Mount plays very similar to Xabi Alonso.
No, he don't.
Not Xabi Alonso.
Mount is like a
He likes to get forward a lot. He likes to play like a winger
Crystal
as well.
Palace type of player.
Oh,
That's what I would
Ease
put him.
yourself up now.
No,
That's like a Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
Gallagher.
what,
Again,
so-
like,
What,
you
Mount
could
and Gallagher same level?
yeah,
Yeah, that's zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Ball knowledge.
Yeah.
You're Mr. Ball knowledge.
yeah.
I'm Billy Boonage for a reason.
A bit underrated, you know? Like, he-
Everyone knows Mount is the maddest overrated player ever. I've never seen a more overrated player. The new Chelsea.
No,
So you
When he was at
personally-
Chelsea, the new
what do you think
Chelsea, the
Havertz is-
new future.
What do you think Havertz is going to bring to an Arsenal team that challenged for the title? What do you think he's going to bring?
I don't think he brings anything.
Techness, goals.
Go, Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
What technical ability? You mean?
yeah.
What, is he going to bring them more goals?
Where's he bringing
Yeah.
that?
Assists? What, goals, assists?
Everything.
Like, what's he, playmaking? What's he bringing?
Pre-season,
You can see in his debut for
he's
Chelsea.
scoring
he
goals
plays
in
for past
pre-season.
miles,
Looking
though.
alright. I'm not gonna lie.
Pre-season though.
You don't think...
Pre-season.
Pre-season.
And
But we're judging everyone off pre-season.
A man who-
Everyone does that, but
hold on. And a man who believes Havertz is going to have a bigger impact than Mount,
Yeah,
what do you think Mount's going to bring to the table for United?
not a lot.
But what do you think he can bring?
All he can bring is
Because let's not do this, I like Havertz more than Mount. You have to give both pros and cons. What do you think
what can Mount bring?
No, Mount's definitely different. Like something different.
So what's he
Like,
gonna
ain't
bring,
play
though?
like
Two
Alfredo
different
or-
players.
I know, 100%.
But
in
he
that
can't
middle,
bring me nothing like.
He's gonna have a bit more freedom. He's just gonna be like.
Freedom. And as much as Chelsea fans cuss him a lot, I've seen a lot
Ah,
of
cool,
over
cool, cool.
Twitter. Hold on. I've seen a lot of over Twitter. His best attribute is his work rate. As much as I like Mount, I agree. Your best attribute in your work rate is not impressive. Anyone can do it.
So what do you think his best
But
attribute is?
with Casemiro's legs getting old, giving Bruno the freedom to create, which he creates a lot,
Mhm.
it makes Man U better because it gives them more license to do what they want.
So what's
that's
his
what I
best
believe.
attribute? What's his best
I
attribute?
just told you.
What work
Work
rate?
rate. I just told you.
So that he's just like Conor Gallagher then.
I don't.
Conor Gallagher
He has
work
more
rate's
class on the
crazy.
ball than Conor Gallagher, though, doesn't he?
I don't think he's got.
We're talking about
great.
Champions
He's
League
not got
winner.
end.
Got the assist in the final. Come on now.
To who? To who again?
To who? Yeah, to Havertz,
Who
the
got
main
lucky?
man. So I'm saying lucky. How's it lucky? He rounded the goalkeeper score. What's lucky about it?
You're a
A lot.
Chelsea
The-
fan
the
as well,
ball
you're
hit-
calling it lucky.
What's
The
lucky
ball
about
hit
it?
off Edison's leg.
His hand,
Hand.
idiot.
Hand. It's
Even worse.
Irrelevant.
Hand outside the
The
box.
ball
So his hand shouldn't be there.
Edison,
Right or wrong?
He should have took the ball miles
Right.
around him and passed it into the back of the net instead of
Yo,
it bouncing off him.
Crazy.
Nah, you lot.
And I'm not even gonna say enough about the MLS preseason challenge. I'm not gonna lie.
You already have. You
I
already
reckon
have.
I could bag
Which
at
I
least
think
two of
is
those.
stinky.
I reckon I could bag two of those. That's
Someone
what I was about
pull
to
up a
say.
video of-
Yeah, you would not even bag.
I've got videos of me scoring goals.
Yeah, when the keeper's 5'4".
11 sides.
I never
Yeah.
said I'm a great footballer though. That's one thing.
On the whole, Tonali, we can see he's got bags of ability. Is he going to use that at Newcastle? On the whole, most of us. You believe
I think
can?
he could, but I'm not saying he will.
Us, we're saying probably
I like
not.
Tonali. I think he just
So
needs
you
to
think
settle
his
in.
attitude
So
does
you
play a
two
lot, but it
think he
shouldn't.
can do well? Us two think it's probably the wrong team for him though.
This,
He's a good player, but
yeah,
wrong team.
I agree.
He's
With
too
you. If he was at
technical.
Arsenal instead of
Onana
Rice, I think
now.
he'd be great.
Onana now.
I think he's horrible. I think he's
We're all in
horrible.
agreement is Man U have upgraded in ball playing, but shot stopping's gone down, and he still makes. It's a sideways move. Only age is the factor for Onana.
Yeah.
It depends on the
That's
back line in front of him as well. Like.
And Mount and Havertz, that's a debate.
I
That's
think
going to be down to you lot.
I
You
think they're
lot can
both
comment in the comment section. Who do you think's going to have? Try not to be biased. Man U fans, Arsenal fans, don't be biased. Who do you think is going to have the bigger impact on the side? Who's going to finish higher?
Arsenal and
who's gonna-
Havertz.
I think both are
And who's
horrible
going to help the
signings.
teams?
Arsenal and Havertz.
I think both are horrible personally.
And when we see the comments, we'll react to some of the comments. See what's going on. But for me personally, I'm going Mount's going to have a better impact to you.
But do you guys think
Jackson,
I don't think so because
who do you
Arsenal have
think's going to
Champions
have?
League
I'm
with a
asking
shit
who's
squad
going to have the
compared.
better.
I think
impact?
Havertz is going to do
Who do you
better.
think's going to have?
Havertz, everyone knows.
And you?
Me personally, I'm going Mason Mount.
Yeah.
That's who.
I don't think Havertz is a
Jump
Vote
off.
between yourself, comment between yourself. Let's see who has the better impact. For me, Timber standing for Arsenal doesn't strengthen them in no way, shape, or form.
boy. Depends how they're gonna play him, you know.
They can play him centre back, right back, CDM, wherever they want.
I think as a centre half,
Is he better than Saliba?
no, as a centre
Is he-
half, I don't see him getting into that team at all. But
So why have they
as a
signed
right
him?
back, I think he's better than Tomiyasu. I think he's better than Ben White also. I don't rate
No,
Ben
he's
White.
not better than Ben
He's
White.
definitely not better.
I don't
He's
rate
not
Ben
better
White
than
at all.
Ben
He's
White,
faster
bro.
than him. He's probably stronger than him as well. I think Ben White, given much
So what?
attacking,
Pace and
not
power
giving
is all
much-
there is to football.
No,
Is that what
absolutely
you're
not.
saying?
Absolutely not. You know
Oh,
that's
what
not.
the point you're trying to make.
You personally
Because
yourself
we've seen
knows
what
that.
Ben White can do going forward on the same flank as Saka.
No,
Their
but
link up.
Yeah,
is
but he's not all that
unstoppable.
though, man. Ben White's not all that.
I don't think Ben
He's
White's
not-
all that.
he's
Exactly.
not-
I don't
he's
think
not
he's
a
all
great
that.
right back.
From what we saw in his first season at right back at Arsenal,
It wasn't great.
who expected Arsenal to come second?
Yeah.
No one.
But
It's about
They challenged for the
performances as well.
title.
But you
On
see,
paper,
and
he's
he
an
put-
ideal right back.
But he played well in right
Yeah.
back. We can all
Yeah,
admit
he can-
that.
I think
Yeah,
Julian
he's not
Timbers
a right back.
is a step
Doesn't
above
admit it.
Ben White at right back.
Timber at right back.
I think he's a step above Ben White.
The same Timber that just came third with Ajax in the one-horse
I-
league.
It's
Come on,
irrelevant.
bro.
Nah.
It's
You can't be
irrelevant.
talking that, bro.
I think Timber. I think he'll do well at right
Timber's
back. As a centre
not
half,
as good
maybe
as
not
Ben
so
White
well.
on the ball. Simple as
But-
that.
I feel like he has attributes that Ben White can't make up for,
What attributes?
which such
Let's
as
speak
speed and strength, which as you said,
Is Ben White slow?
I'm not saying he's slow, but he's not as
So
fast
then
as Timber.
speed's not an issue then.
Ben White, the only thing I'd give above him is
because
height.
we just watched the whole
And he can't
season
head it
in the
properly.
Premier League. Ben White right back, speed was never an issue for him.
But he's been
So
found
it
out
doesn't
numerous
matter if
times.
Timber's
He was
faster.
caught out a few times. I've spoken to Arsenal fans as well. They're telling me Ben White is one of, but on his day he's amazing. But when he's not playing well,
Every
This guy
defender
walking.
gets caught out. It's law of average.
100%, yeah.
And Ben White was solid last season.
He's solid. He's a good player, but I
Top
think
three
Timber,
right backs in
I
the
think
league
Timber's
last
better
season.
than him. No,
Who was top three? Let's talk about top
Kieran
three.
Trippier's top 3, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
100%.
Agreed.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, agreed.
Ben White's top 5, 100%.
No, don't move goalposts. Who's the third? You're not giving me Trent. I'm not hearing all
I'm
of
not
that.
hearing. I'm not taking
Okay,
Trent.
so now give me. Reece James didn't play enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk
not.
a third then.
We're going for the third best.
What were you gonna say? Emerson Royale.
Let.
Silence is kind of
No, it's
awkward,
just-
bro. If
it's
you
just one of
can't
those
name someone,
things.
hold your hands up.
Just it's one of those events where I can't say Ben White is one of the best right backs in the Premier League. 'cause
Was
he's not even
Ben
a
White
natural right
last
back.
season, when everyone played, top 3 right backs in the league?
Me personally, this is me being.
I need
Personal as
receipts.
hell.
I need reasons why.
I'm picking Tomiyasu.
Alright.
I'm picking Tomiyasu over Ben White
If you just
only
move
for a
the
few
camera
reasons.
this way. Us three in the podcast now. Man.
You're not getting it.
Arteta picked Ben White over
But
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu was injured a lot of the season as well. You can't deny that.
So how was he better than Ben White?
When Tomiyasu's fit, they're picking Tomiyasu over Ben White.
But he wasn't fit. The best ability is availability,
100%.
and he was not available.
But that's like saying Reece James is better than Trent because of that, though.
Reece James is better than Trent because we've
But we're
seen
saying
it.
availability
We've
is the best
seen
avail-
it, but have we seen it? We've seen it over seasons.
We
Yes
know
or no?
it. We know it.
Yes
it's
or
not
no?
about we see it. We know it.
Okay.
It's a common fact.
So
Even Liverpool
what
fans will
point are
agree.
you trying to make here?
But you're
What
saying
point-
availability is the best, whatever. That's
And that's
disregarding
why
a
I
lot of
believe
things.
Reece James has a lot to prove to me this season.
He doesn't
Because he
definitely
needs
has
to
a lot to
stay
prove.
fit.
100%.
But what point was you just trying to make?
But ability-wise, I'd rather Tomiyasu. over being available and staying fit.
Tomiyasu
Ben
is a
White.
centre back. Let's get that
What's
straight.
Tomiyasu
Tomiyasu
better
is
than-
right, more of a
He's a
right back.
centre back.
Tomiyasu shit.
Hey,
I think
Isn't it? Like,
Tomiyasu is a
what?
good player.
what's Tomiyasu better than Ben White?
Tomiyasu, I've spoken to Arsenal fans.
No,
I don't watch every
we're
Arsenal
asking
game.
you, what's he better
I
at?
think Tomiyasu is versatile when it comes to attack as well.
And
He's
Ben
a,
White isn't.
he offers a lot. Ben White offers a lot as well, but I wouldn't want Ben White in that England team as well. One of the things, not over Kyle Walker, not over Reece James, or even Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm
And you
picking.
don't want Tomiyasu. Bro,
I'd rather have Tomiyasu on my team over Ben White. I'm not a fan of Ben White personally. That's just me. That's just me. Whether you don't disagree or agree, that's up to you. But me as a football fan, and from what I've seen, I'd rather Tomiyasu.
So the amount you spoke about Tomiyasu, if he's better than Ben White, surely he's better than Timber as well. So you're telling me
But Timber's a new
Tomiyasu,
signing. Timber's got a lot to prove. But Timber's
A lot
very-
to prove.
I think he's a very good signing though. I think you're going back to this Eredivisie point where you're
For me-
thinking Eredivisie players aren't to that standard, bro.
there's bigger players than Timber that need to make a big point in this transfer window. It's Diaby. I'm a big fan of Diaby. But the only thing is, I'm not sure he's got a technical ability to fit into the
I'm not
Prem.
sure he's got the finishing ability.
What's your
I feel like he's
opinion
another
on
Leon
Diaby?
Bailey.
What's your opinion on
he's showing
Diaby?
signals already.
That's
Even
why I believe that.
Yeah,
since he's come, he looks lively already. Straight into it. He's matching the
No,
pace,
definitely.
matching everything.
I agree with that, but I feel like he's just another Leon
And
Bailey.
if you look at Aston Villa's team, other than Ollie Watkins, who's the 9, who can't always show his speed, who have they got on the wings that shows pace like that?
No,
Jacob
you're right.
Ramsey, great
Yeah, but he's
player.
just another Leon Bailey, no?
yeah,
No.
I literally, as I see it, as
No,
another
And
Leon
I-
Bailey. That's exactly
I believe Leon Bailey was not rubbish last season.
he wasn't rubbish at all.
Yeah, but
I believe
Diaby's not no
Diaby is
better than
literally-
Leon Bailey.
No, I don't
I
like
think
that.
he's exactly the
believe
same.
that, yeah.
He's a replica of
What?
Leon Bailey, in my opinion.
He's not a
That's what I see it. I
He
feel like
is still.
if Diaby went to Arsenal, there would have been some, but he's not getting over
But
Saka.
how
No
are you
way.
comparing what team to go to if we're talking about players? You can't say he's a different player too.
But the play style,
But he's
obviously,
gonna be different at different teams.
Emery had Villa kicking ball last season. Let's not disregard that.
And so what? He's not going to have them kicking ball this
But-
season.
And
I don't think they'll kick the same ball to the same level because
No,
you've
I
got
think
a lot longer
Villa
to
are
take
gonna
control
step
of.
up this season. I think
Diaby's
Aston
a good
Villa
player.
are only going to get better. You know
I
that,
think
right?
When Dia's going to take a step up, I think
We've
Diaby's
seen that in
gonna
pre-season.
help out.
We've seen that in
I like
pre-season.
Buendia, I like Buendia as well. I'm not.
Who?
I do like Buendia.
Buendia.
Who?
Emilio
Don't do that
Buendia.
thing, bro.
He's gonna do what?
Buendia is a great player.
Oh, this is
Jacob Ramsey is a very,
Very
good
good
young
player.
player. Very good young player. They've got Matty Cash and right back, solid right back. No one can deny that. They're starting to build a solid team who can compete.
Well, that's fair enough, but
Cash.
And Diaby only strengthens that.
they don't. It's the same
No,
as
I don't know
Leon
about
Bailey.
Matty Cash, you know.
What's the difference? What's the difference in Leon Bailey and Diaby?
Diaby's got much more quality than Leon Bailey.
Ooh.
He's shown more as well.
Well, they both come from Leverkusen as well,
doesn't
no?
matter.
I know that would mean nothing.
Bailey goes missing for a minute, like
Yeah, but
I can't imagine Diaby.
Where did Leverkusen finish last season?
Leverkusen had a horrible
It
start
does.
to the
Talking about
season. You know?
individuals, not teams right now.
Oh, but you were talking about Timber and Ajax though.
Yeah,
So you were talking about teams
Taylor
there.
coming third. Even Christopher and Nkunku. I think he's gonna be a massive player for Chelsea next season and take Chelsea to that level that we ain't been at for the last few years.
As a Chelsea fan myself, I believe Nkunku will do well, but I am afraid. I'm afraid that he's going to have the same effect Havertz had coming.
No.
Sancho had come into the Prem.
Whoa,
Timo had come into the
That's
Prem.
crazy.
that's crazy.
Nkunku is a different player. Like you've seen
Different.
it in pre-season already.
We
He'll have
thought that
games
about
where he's
them.
not even playing his best, but he'll end up on the score sheet. He's the complete opposite, bro. He's a proper scorer. Like
I
no matter where
believe.
he's playing, he'll get on the score sheet. He'll have his
He's a real baller.
I
I
believe.
believe Nkunku will do well, but I'm just afraid of that factor.
I believe his age.
Players coming from that league have not proved themselves.
That's
He's the
because
type
of
of guy that'll get double digits.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
definitely.
about Modric, but I know about Nkunku.
But I said,
That's double digits.
that. You see what I mean?
Serious.
we're talking double for him.
I think
Yeah.
age is a big factor from coming from the Bundesliga. Like look at Gundogan. Gundogan come from Dortmund.
Timo and Nkunku is the exact same age coming to the Chelsea.
But but that's it. Irregardless of that, I feel like they're different kind of styles of play. Like,
Yeah, but
come on, you can't say they're the same profile. They're very different profiles.
You know what I'm saying?
My point is,
Different league.
Nkunku technically is a much better footballer than Timo Werner. That's not
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
100%, 100%.
So I know his link-up play, everything else is going to be
And he's
great.
deeper than Werner.
Physicality is going to be the problem. Chelsea's first game of the season is against Liverpool, yeah?
Mm.
Van Dijk, probably the best centre-back in the league. Probably. That's
I'll
up
go
to
with
debate.
Ruben Diaz.
We don't know
personally.
where Nkunku's playing right now.
He plays
He's
big.
not playing midfield.
He's gonna Poch's gonna put him in the midfield, bro.
He said
100%.
in an interview his preferred position is 9.
Yeah, but that's his
So if-
preferred.
if
But look at Havertz. He's everywhere apparently.
And Jackson
He's gonna
could be on
play
the
in a
bench.
10, bro.
I think
We're gonna give
Pochettino wants Nkunku as a 10, definitely. Nicholas Jackson's going up front 100%.
top 5 techie player.
Even Armando Broja. Armando Broja.
Got let me hear your top 5
Dribbling
techie.
everything.
Him, Havertz, obviously.
I didn't say Havertz in top 5.
Got let me hear it.
Who, top 5 techie in the Prem.
Yeah.
Give me Nkunku.
Yeah,
Give me Odegaard.
yeah,
Give me Bueno.
yeah.
Give me Son.
No.
Son's techie.
Top 5, top 10.
smells shit.
Top 10.
Yeah, that's
I put Saka above him though.
Saka just runs,
Son
bro.
above.
I'd rather Saka and Martinez Son. Son's a very good player.
No, the most important
Yeah, because you get Golden Boot as a left
I'm
winger,
taking
it's crazy.
Saka over Son personally.
Golden Boot as a left winger is crazy to me.
Yeah, but look at Mo Salah as a right winger. What does that mean?
It was more so techie.
Mo Salah is very techie.
Did he get Golden?
What?
Mo Salah
Mo Salah's techie.
Mo Salah does his thing.
Salah's techie. Come on now. We're gonna call Mo Salah techie.
Well, so what? Firmino's more techie than Salah is.
Who said that?
No.
Mo Salah is not techie.
Unorthodox. Like,
He's not techie.
So what you're putting Firmino as more techie than Salah is?
Way more techie.
Yeah, obviously technical on the ball, yeah, but as a football player, I'm taking Mohamed Salah over most players. And whether technical
As
ability,
a
whether,
footballer, not technical ability.
but Mo Salah provides so
I
much,
can
but you don't even
infer
look at that.
players better than Salah technical wise. I don't need to. That's
No,
another.
go on,
That's
no, go on.
another.
No, go on.
another
Name 5 then.
podcast.
Name 5. Name 5.
That'll take too long.
5 don't. 5 takes 5.
Name 5.
You can name 5. You can name
Saka's
5.
more technical. Yes, he is. Bro, allow it.
Oh,
bro.
carry on.
Allow it,
Carry
bro.
on, carry on.
Is he not?
Carry on.
Is Saka not? Isaac's more technical.
Isaac, I can hear that.
Is he
But
not?
Carry on, just say it.
Are we going to talk defenders? Trent's more technical. Trent is more technical than Salah.
Yeah, just have
So
a
is
shout.
Reece James. Reece James ain't more technical.
I'm not.
Salah is
I think Reece James is
push
more
and
technical
run.
than Thing.
That's all he does. Push and run. And bang.
What's Reece James do? What's Reece James do?
Right,
Down the wing.
body. Yeah, technical ability. What are you
Not
talking
more techie
about,
than
bro?
Salah. How can he be more techie than Salah?
How's he
Salah
not?
rips people. Salah cuts and bang, boom, boom. My man
Reece
just
James
runs
don't
and
rip
whips
people.
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Reece James don't rip people.
Let me put it like this. Salah's Puskas winning goal was exactly the same as Hazard's, and Hazard
As
was
exactly the same as Reece James is against Burnley at Turf Moor.
yeah, and they're all technical goals.
It's not
It's all,
anything great. Like, let's get
but-
that right.
but that's a technical goal. What he done?
Like,
Wow.
come on, man. Let's not talk
I
shit.
feel like he's got a bit of a hate
Salah
towards
is
Salah here.
not the what? Salah's top 5 most technical in the Prem. Because Gabby Jesus ain't more technical. Is that what you're trying to tell me as well?
Who's he saying more technical?
Oh, get on my fucking face.
Wait, you still in that? Name 5 players, bro.
I just did 5. I just did.
Jesus.
I just did.
Jesus.
Saka, Reece James, Trent,
That
Isaac.
is
That's 5.
stinky.
They're all 5 and 2 are defenders.
It's a bold tick. It's a bold tick.
It's a normal thing. We'll see that. Anyway, you lot. That's that for today's episode. First ever episode. Show some love. We didn't quite have the right equipment for everything, but we're giving it a go. Hopefully you lot come back for the next video.
Hopefully you enjoyed it as well.
Peace.